are RobTop games? Unless you've been living under a rock for the past 5 years, you probably know them for hit games such as Boomlings, Memory Mastermind, Boomlings Matchup, oh and yeah, the hit 2D rhythm-based platformer Geometry Dash. Light. Okay, all jokes aside, we all know RobTop games for the platformer Geometry Dash, which has amassed millions of players in the almost 6 years it has been available. But that wasn't his first game. Now I know you're all aware of Boomlings, hell, it's been memed to death so much most of you are probably sick to death of it, but no, that's not even his first game. He had plenty of other games, and so today, for the pilot episode of my new series, I thought I'd look back at some of RobTop games before Geometry Dash. Let's go! Intro! We don't have an intro yet? Okay, I suppose that's not too bad. I mean, it's the first episode of the show, so I don't really expect one, but... So as I already mentioned, Boomlings wasn't RobTop's first game. It was actually his second. So what was his first? Well, it was this... thing. Yeah, that's how I'm going to describe it. It's a thing, not a game, a thing. Okay, I suppose I can't be too harsh on it considering it's not only his first game, but it was made very quickly and not to mention on Newgrounds. But you know what else was made on Newgrounds? Good games. This is one stage of 3... You have to jump on 3 blocks and you've won oh, there's a secret expansion? What was that? You mean there's more to the game? There's a secret area where there's more? Oh, okay. Well, after playing this extension and thinking for 2 whole minutes, I come to the conclusion that, while this game certainly shows that it was made by RobTop, with stupid self-aware jokes splattered everywhere within text boxes, it ain't good. Like, this game takes 2 minutes to beat. Yeah, I actually beat it. I timed it in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. That is the entire time it took me to beat this game. Not level. I was so close to saying level because I thought, okay, 2 minutes and 13 seconds for a level is reasonable, but no. The whole game. And I do not care what people say. I don't care if this is his first game and he had very little time. This is disappointing. Now for the one most of you have probably been waiting for. Well, actually, none of you were probably waiting for this. It's really just me. Boomlings! Yay! Yeah. Boomlings. If you'll excuse me, I'll head to my therapy session now. Before we actually start the game, I'd like to point out how much from Boomlings actually got into Geometry Dash. For example, the lock symbols, coins, heck, even the fonts are mostly the same. There's also a lot of audio clips that were used in Boomlings that were also in Geometry Dash. I would love to show you them, but every play isn't working. My jokes suck. Okay, time to start the tutorial of stupidly overused meme the game. Let's go. Quite frankly, the game isn't utterly terrible. It's just your average match 4 puzzle game that you just find on the App Store, similar in vein to Candy Crush Saga, the other terrible Candy Crushes that nobody uses anymore because the genre's dead. There's nothing really bad to say about it, but, well, look at this. And now look at Geometry Dash. Yeah, you see my point yet? Most Match 3 games are dull on their own, but when you're comparing it to something that the same developer made, I believe just, 2 years? No, 1 year later? It's a bit underwhelming. Actually, not a bit underwhelming. Really underwhelming. Wow, this is so exciting and fun. one more match and... Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on. Did something just happen? Guys, it's a revolution! Something just happened in Boomlings! Woo! Okay, all jokes aside, this game is pretty boring in general, and I don't recommend going through the struggle that I did to get it. Oh, which reminds me, I didn't mention the whole story of how painful and hard it was to get this game. Well, you see... And that is how much of a struggle and how painful and hard it was to get Boomlings. Don't do it. Well, finally, with Boomlings out of the way, let's move on to the next game. Boomlings Matchup. Why am I doing this anymore? Oh hey, I guess RobTop even had those pointless title cards back before GD. This title screen pretty much sums up the entire game. Boring, lackluster, and so much to desire. Literally, this whole screen is an options button, a few links, a title card, and a play button. That's all it is. Compared to the actual Boomlings title card, I'm not even going to continue this sentence. It literally shows it for itself. Over 1,000 levels? Darn, RobTop really outdid himself. No, he didn't outdo himself. They're all the exact same. There's no difference between any of them. There's zero difference. 2 of the levels are replicas. I'd also like to point out the coming soon button on the front page. Knowing RobTop's track record, you might want to take that with a grain of salt. Remember when I said Boomlings was boring? Yeah, I take that back. Boomlings Matchup is like staring at paint dry. That's the only way I can describe it. It is so boring and repetitive. The fact that RobTop thought this would actually be a good game baffles me. Out of the over 1,000 stages in this level, they are all the same, there's no difference, and I don't think anything could get more boring. I really do truly want to say more about this game. All I've spoken is, not even 2 minutes, and I truly would. But I can't. I'm not joking, I physically can't speak more about this game because there is nothing to speak about. This is the whole game. What you're seeing right now is every stage. This isn't a joke. Well, anyway, on to our final, thank God, game. Memory Mastermind. Already looks more promising than the last few games. Surprisingly enough, it actually isn't that bad. It's not a match 3 game, it's more of a memory game, hence the name Memory Mastermind. But it's actually decently fun. It's hard, challenging. Exactly what Geometry Dash is. And all in all, it's not a bad game. Wait a minute. I just found the RobTop game besides Geometry Dash that's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Everybody, let's celebrate by playing this game. Stealing gameplay mechanics from yourself already, RobTop, I see. There's also a custom level button, which I suppose is where the create your own levels custom level thing came in Geometry Dash, which I find actually really cool. You can create your own custom maps, and I really like that. Well, it's not a custom map as much as it is a custom puzzle, but oh, you get my point. Now, just like Boomlings Matchup, I really wish I could say more about this game, not because it's bad or anything, or because there's nothing to it. It's actually a really good game, but there is nothing that I can speak of. Well, all the levels are the same. They offer different, interesting, and engaging things every time, considering, well, there's not over 1,000 levels in a boring setup. It's an interesting game with an interesting original premise, and if you can get your hands on it, which you probably can't, RobTop removed it from physically every store, then I recommend it. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you feel like it. Unless you're alone like me and have no friends. Well, anyway, bye!